I've got to tell you something here, right? So, this is sponsored by Dutch Barn. It's not. I keep getting my adverts banned from the telly. I love co-owning Dutch Barn, and I'm trying to make it a global brand. I love doing the marketing. It's great. It's a real great nut to crack. I love sort of being in business and trying to make this work. There's loads of stuff. It's amazing, right? But it's tough. It's really tough. It's a tough market. There are loads of rules. So I thought we kept getting pulled back, and some of it was like, oh yeah, it was. I knew it was a bit, out there. The odd swear word we had to cut. We got one on telly, just me and the dog was barking. So I did a Christmas ad. I thought this would be fine, right? And it was a scene. It was going to be a scene, right? Me, a little kid who's sort of meant to be my nephew, a brother or brother-in-law asleep on the couch, a nan in a chair, 85-year-old woman asleep, right, with her Christmas hat on. Anyway, so this was the advert. I'm having a Dutch Barn, and the little kid goes, "What are you drinking, Uncle Ricky?" And I say, "Dutch Barn. It's made from British apples, and it's friendly to the environment. They reckon by the year 2050, the polar ice caps will melt, but I'll be dead." And the kid goes, "Will I live to see the polar?" Oh yeah, you'll be alive. You'll see all the, devastation and flooding and famine and war, right? And then he goes, "Will Nanny see the polar ice melt?" And I go, "Nanny would be lucky if she sees this ice melt," right? That's the gag. I went, "No, you can't have a kid featuring an alcohol advert." I went, "Well, he's not drinking." I went, "No, you can't do it." What? You can't see a child on telly? Well, no, they can't feature. He can't give you that line. So we couldn't do it anyway. We couldn't do it, right? So then I thought, I'll keep getting these adverts banned. I got one banned on the Underground, and that was it was a big poster on the London Underground, and it was me having a drink, and it just said, "One day you'll be underground for good." And they went, "No, you can't." I said, "Why?" They said, "Because people might think you mean, because life's short, you should make the most of it and maybe drink heavily." I went, why is that? That's in your head. So that was banned. So then, right, I decided, I said, right, so this was the advert. It was me going, my adverts keep getting banned from the telly for various reasons. There are so many rules. So how about a bit of honesty? Alcohol is an addictive poison that ruins lives. Merry Christmas. They went, "No, you can't do that." We went, "Why? That's just the truth." They said, "No, we don't ban adverts." I went, "Well, what do you call it then?" So I said, "Oh no, we'll change it to, I keep falling short of the advertising rules." Da da da. And they what was they said? They said, "No, it makes fun of the rules." So the advert about being banned was banned. So, well, we'll say TV. We'll just do it on the internet. That was my whinge. So it's up to you, basically. You are all I've got. So retweet the adverts for Dutch Barn. We sent them one the other day. I knew it wouldn't get through. It was a Halloween one, and just to annoy them, really. And it was Happy Halloween, a time where we scare kids with tales of ghosts and ghouls and vampires. If you really want to frighten your kids, tell them about priests, 70s DJs, and my Uncle Sid, proper Rogan. They sent back, "This is really offensive." It just annoyed them. Oh, now. Happy Halloween from everyone at Dutch Barn Vodka. It's a magical time of year when we try and scare kids with tales of ghosts and ghouls and vampires. All good fun. If you really want to scare children, tell them about priests and 70s DJs and my Uncle Sid, proper Rogan. murdered in jail, eventually. So, dirty boy, Sid, you dirty boy. Anyway, probably get in trouble for... I think they think I'm a bit of a whistleblower for... You see, because they wanted to, not say alcohol's this and that, right? Pretending that they're really right on. But actually, they don't want the real truth. They don't want us to say alcohol's really bad for you and fucks up your liver and gets you drunk and makes you mental, because that ruins it for all the other adverts. They don't really want the truth. There's got to be a polite truth. So anyway, yeah, there's that. Rant.
As a new form of the virus is now rapidly spreading across Africa.
I had a bit of a incident last night. So I'm worried about this, right? I'm worried, right? I'm a bit of a worrier anyway. And I'm a hypochondriac. I went to the doctor's once. I had an upset stomach. And she said, well, what's the matter? I said, oh, upset stomach. She went, right, so have you changed any of your habit? I said, so yeah, I've started having sort of, smoothies with fibre in. She went, would be that then, wouldn't it? I went, right, good. So yeah, went to the doctor. I said, is it bowel cancer? She said no. I went, right. And then she said, when you get a sore throat, do you think that's throat cancer? Right? I think she thought I'd laugh. I went, yes. And she went, okay, you can leave now. That's what I want a doctor. I want a doctor to make me feel because I went along. Do you know what I mean? I want to go along. I don't ever want a doctor to say to me, well, you were right to come in because... So, anyway, last night, I went to bed. I went to Jane, I don't feel very well, right? She went, what's the matter? I said, oh no, I just feel ill, sort of upset stomach. And I went, it's coronavirus. She went, right. I said, I feel hot. So she went and got a thermometer. She got out of bed, right? Got a thermometer, tested me. She went, well, no, if anything, it's low, if anything. It's like, I went, right. I said, I just feel a bit hot. I said, I've got a blocked up nose. She went, well, that's not coronavirus. I went, right. All right, doctor. Right? And I went, I feel sort of out of breath. It was really nervous. You're winding yourself up. Right? And I went, I sort of sore throat. So we've always got a sore throat because you don't drink enough liquid and you're always dehydrated. So I went, all right, anyway, I don't feel... So I took a nighttime Beecham's, right, and went to sleep. That must have mixed with the alcohol because I woke up screaming from a nightmare at about 3 o'clock. Scared Jane to death because I thought an earplug was a spider. And so I woke up this morning. She went, how do you feel? I went, yeah, fine. My life often is, I have those incidents now and again. And I always remember a line in Christmas Carol when they go, and Tiny Tim, who did not, and I say that when I get up, I go, who did not? Oh dear. So business as usual, really. I'm not a brave man. I always think the worst. So then, when it's not the worst, I'm happy. I think it was what a lovely day. I didn't. Oh.
The World Health Organization tonight is declaring Mpox, formerly known as Mpox, a global public health.
Jane laughed at me because I found just a sports one, not a legal one, a sports one. But if people come for the toilet rolls, They don't know it's got a little blunt thing on the end. I think when I woke up screaming, I think I shouted, "Ah, spider!" This is like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Are there any psychiatrists watching? I've never been to a psychiatrist or a therapist. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't just film it. Maybe I'd say... I'd worry that I'd say things for a laugh that I couldn't take back. Like I'd say something to wind them up, and then they'd call the authorities and go, "You're a proper psychopath. You've got to put him away before he hurts people." Because I can't resist it. I can't resist. If I knew what would worry a psychiatrist, I'd say it for a laugh. Oh dear. Anyway, cheers. Make the most of it. Keep your pecker up. Well, careless talk. What is it? Cost lives. Walls have ears. Look, careful. There's a Nazi. Turn that light out. Dig for victory. Don't be bothered. See you later. Thought that was appropriate. By Cat Stevens, off Teaser in the Firecat album. The first album I ever requested and owned. Probably the album I've played most. We've been through this. What's the album you've played most? Not what's the best or most recently, over your lifetime. It could be one you haven't played for 20 years, but you played it 30 times a day when you were 14, like that. I think it's that, Teaser in the Firecat by Cat Stevens. I was going to start off with What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong, but sort of ironically, like they used it in Good Morning Vietnam, where terrible things are happening. It's been in my head all day. But let's not talk about the world going to shall we? You've had enough of that. That's actually happening. Let's have 20 minutes off. Oh, I'm not lecturing you. I'm not lecturing you. I'm honestly not. I'm venting. I don't want to be that celebrity in his ivory tower telling people how to live. I'm sick of that as well. Oh God, if I see another press release or of a celebrity caring, Jesus Christ, shut the up. You don't care. You're selling something. You're selling yourself. Oh, things they don't know about and haven't cared about. I'll do that. Listen, guys, I'm a celebrity, right? But I really care about you. I just care about you. The little guy. I care about you. I don't. I don't. I don't care about you. No, I do. And I just, thanks. And I want to give something back. Well, not give it, but sell it. Is that all right? How are you anyway? Just nice things. Let's have. There's in a drain. I may have gone slightly mental. What's been happening? What's some nice things have been happening? What have you been doing today? Finished Curb season 5. Amazing. Oh really? You're only on 5? Oh my God. I finished the last one a while ago, and I've gone back. In fact, it was a couple of nights ago that
we got back to my episode, but obviously we skipped it. I can't sit at home and watch me in something. Um, so yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? It's just great. It's so good. It's just pure funny. Just nothing else, just pure funny. What's the funniest thing he could say and do? And there's some I missed. I didn't see the one. It was in my series when he goes to New York. I didn't see the one with uh, the inventor with the periscope. It's just great. It's farce. So it is farce. But it's so he doesn't miss a trick. So good. Yes. So and I'm on the second season now of Last Kingdom. I'm really enjoying that. It's great. There's a bit too much of, oh, they're on our side. We've been betrayed. We're gonna die. No, we're not. There's a bit too much, but I mean, it's a, you know, it's not a documentary, and there's a bit too much of, oh, uh, he's single. Oh, he's found a nice girl. There's a bit, but it's great. I love it. It's pure escapism. And who doesn't love a warring Viking? I love all that. I think I'd suit being a Viking. Well, I wouldn't. I'd be crying by the fire going, I'm not going out there, it's freezing. But I'm sort of stocky, stocky and angry. Oh dear. I did a joke when I played Stockholm. I said, it's lovely to be back in Stockholm because I've got a bit of Viking blood in me. We all have in England because of all the you did. Kicked off with that. They loved it. They loved being reminded that they're all descended from robbers and pillagers. I don't know what pillaging is really. I mean that's definitely secondary, wasn't it? When the Vikings went off to England and they said to their wives, "Oh, we're going off to do some pillaging," and the wives went, "What? Just pillaging?" And they went, "Yep, right. Yeah. What is that?" I don't know. But some of the lads are going to Newcastle for the weekend. So, why are you wearing your hat? Just it works for pillaging as well. Just some stand up for you, as I can't go out and do it. I should. It doesn't work though because I can't try out stand up. I mean, I know I just babble and it sounds like I don't know what it sounds like, but that is sort of how you work. That you go out and you babble 50 times, and then soon it sounds real. So I could do that, but I've got no feedback because you can't laugh. So I don't know if someone's funny or not. I know I've not. I find it funny, but I would if I could hear you laughing, I do stand up for free. I'll try stuff out for free, but it's no good for anyone because you're sitting at home. You don't. You know what I mean? It's not the atmosphere for you to, and it's there's no feedback, so I just don't know whether it works or not. I don't know why I'm even. I'm arguing with myself, which is again that is stand up. Stand up is basically arguing with yourself, and you have to put forward a strong argument, but you also have to give a strong counter argument to keep it fair. Otherwise, you're just rallying. So I think the best stand-up is a comedian who's really trying to be fair, and he's arguing. It's like playing chess with yourself. You've got to try your best for both sides. Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean? See, I don't know if you know what I mean. Because you can't say, yeah, Rick, we know what you mean. Or, what? We wasn't listening. All right. Any plans of visiting India? Well, not yet. No plans of visiting anywhere yet. One day, there's, I haven't seen, I don't know, I've probably seen a few % of the world. So yeah, I'm waiting for like planes. I miss Concorde. I had no money. By the time I could afford Concorde, it was finished. So I want that really, or even faster. What's the fastest? What's the fastest? The rocket, isn't it? It is a rocket. Yeah. Wasn't Branson doing a rocket that would go to Australia in 2 hours? He went into outer space, and then the world turned, and he landed on Australia. It's as simple as that, right? I wouldn't. I'd want a few people to test it first. Wasn't he offering it to celebrities or something? Like, I don't know, Mariah Carey was going to be the first. I don't know. But yeah, let her try it. If Mariah Carey does it, I'll have a go. God, this is insane, isn't it? That's the problem, isn't it? I'm either ranting, drunk, asleep. What's the oldest item you own? Oh, I've got a couple of antiques. Yeah, got a few actually. Yeah, it'd be that. Oh, I've got a couple of like 500-year-old wood panels that I got in one of the most beautiful shops in the world. It's in Petworth, near Amberley Castle, and yeah, they're 500-year-old wood panels from something, and they're just beautiful and sort of gnarled, and yeah, I'm fascinated with things like that. The craftsmanship and particularly sort of religious stuff, because obviously 500 years ago to 1,000 years ago, the only people that could afford great works of art and architecture and craftsmanship were basically gentry, the royal family, and gentry and people like that, and the church that could commission it. That's why some of the greatest artworks from 500 years ago are praising God and the church or the king, because they were the people paying. And so yeah, there's some beautiful church artifacts. I've got an old cross. I've got a bench. I really do love nice old sort of furniture and fossils. Fossils fascinate me. The fact there's a thing that's 260 million years old. That's mental, and they're not that expensive because they're not that rare. But that blows my mind. Particularly as the Earth's only 10,000 years old. How? That was a nice little rant, wasn't it? Not a rant, just a little chat. Hello from Canada. Hello. Favourite paintings? Oh, that's so tough. I like paintings with a bit of drama, and a Turner, probably. I like that drama. You can get drama from just colour. It doesn't have to be a depiction. In fact, my favourite paintings are less figurative, or almost, I suppose, almost abstract. But yeah, somewhat dramatic, I think. I like. Not a big fan of portraits unless it's, again, somewhat dramatic, like Rembrandt. That would be my advice to someone doing a portrait. Black background, make it all dark, and it's just amazing. Take any picture, take any nice portrait, and just make everything black background. That's my tip. That's my tip to improve. Just do it like Rembrandt. Pop a black background on. See you later, boys. The arrogance of knowing nothing about anything. Look at character just walking into NASA. Like, the astronauts are caught up there, and I just walk in and go, just get them down, boys. See you later. Just give them nothing. Just bad, just advice. Just go out to find doctors, go, come on, boys. Sort him out. See you later. Oh, dear. You should do a movie with Russell Crowe. Yeah. Brothers, I reckon. Who's the bad one? One of us is in jail and one of us is a lawyer. You decide. Crow should be the bad guy, shouldn't he? Or maybe because I'm smaller, I'm angrier, and he's a play against type. Are you not entertained? See, I can do both parts. I don't need Crow. Ever watch The Young Ones? Yeah, of course. 40 years ago. Was it 4 years ago? Oh, isn't it? That's amazing. Do you still speak from Keith from The Office? Yeah. It's not his real name. All right, Keith. What are you doing? Favourite award and why? Oh, that's tough. I mean, winning the Globes the first time was amazing. BAFTA, oh God, what's rarer? I suppose. Well, some of the things for animals I'm very proud of. That nearly makes me cry when there's people give me an award and they're there and I know they've done more than me. That's ridiculous. I'm blown away by those sort of awards. I think it's this one that's hidden away. It's that one. It's Derek, the pilot of Derek, won the best short film at the New York International Film Festival, which was incredible. I'm very, 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 very excited about that. I think that's the last one for Afterlife. Is that? Oh no, where's my one for performance of the? Is that performance of the year for the Gold Rose? Yeah, that one or the Derek one. That was weird, wasn't it? Just getting up and wandering around like some sort of granddad at a barbecue, showing you his medals. Someone asked, "Oh, ever watch Rising Damp?" Of course I did. Amazing show, incredible. The setup. Rigsby is one of the best characters ever. Stay safe. Be nice, be creative, be kind to everyone and animals. Cheers. Tutty bye, everyone. Tutty bye, everyone. Tutty bye. You wouldn't get Jerry Seinfeld doing this shit, would you? Seriously. I mean, and you're probably glad of that because it is. It's pointless, isn't it? Well, it's not pointless, is it? Why? I don't know. Why do I do it? It's for some people. Some people might like this. So anyone who doesn't like it doesn't need to watch. So I'm doing no harm. So anyone who does like this, then I'm doing it for you and me a bit, I guess. I don't know. It's like,
I'm on tour, obviously. You know about that. I'm also trying to make Dutch Barn a global brand, and I'm working on a new animation for Netflix, which by the time it's finished would have taken 2 years. So did Vienna, big arena in Vienna. That was the weather was lovely. 48 hours wandering around, and the gig was fantastic. It still blows my mind that I can play a country where English is their second language and 10, 15,000 people come out and understand it. It's great in Europe as well. I think they treat comedy in general with a bit higher status than we do in England and America. Because I hear we're sort of like, we're clowns, aren't we? Sort of performing monkeys, most of us. But over there they sort of think, oh no, it's art, it's a one-man show. You get applause breaks. If you do anything sort of like, you know, a bit clever or just a really good joke or even a good setup, a good premise, a good observation, they really appreciate it as an art form. And I don't think I don't think stand-up is an art form. I've thought about this. I think it's a service. I think when people just get too bedded down with thinking, oh yeah, you've got to change the genre, you've got to be doing something, as opposed to making the people who paid 50 quid laugh, I think you get up yourself a bit. You've got to, and even I've changed a little bit. You know, I used to want for, you know, people who weren't there to like it, and now I just try and, you know, make sure those people get value for money and just be funny. You just want, they've come to laugh for an hour and a bit. They haven't come there to go away and write with you going, yeah, he really pushed some boundaries there, made me think. That's great as a bonus, but you shouldn't. You can do both, but if you have to do one, choose them all laughing. Is my advice. And I know I always look sort of red and flushed and bloated and sweaty and hog-like. And I have had a bath, but I think I've got a bit of colour because it was so lovely and sunny in Vienna, and I've been for a long walk and a bike ride today and played tennis. I think this might be a little bit of tan on my fat, blotchy red skin. So, not sure. Right, another question. Glenn, do you still get the same buzz from stand-up as you did from the first one? Also, which is your favourite tour so far? I do get the same buzz. I mean, I still get a buzz from going, you know, oh my God, I've sold out an arena in a foreign-speaking country. That's amazing. You go, will they get every joke? What should I leave in? Can I explain Jimmy Savile to someone in Lisbon? So you've got that buzz you want everything to go well. You want to tell everything well and then get everything. So you get that buzz. My favourite bit is still probably the warm-ups, when you're just trying anything and it doesn't matter. You just go out there and you go crazy. And that sort of always goes well, because even if you do something that doesn't go well and you go, that was shit, and you think about it, they're laughing at you struggling and introspecting, and they know no one else is going to see that. So I can't wait to finish. I love this tour, but I can't wait to finish this tour so I can start again in a little theatre with my comedy chums, just we muck around for an hour backstage. What have you got? What are you doing? Oh God, that's good. Or you go, oh, I've got nothing. I'll see what happens. So I love that. So no, if anything, that part feels as fresh and exciting as it ever did, maybe even more so. The starting again bit, the trying stuff out. And then there's the excitement of all the usual things like going to wonderful places, selling out arenas that no one else has. Yeah, I do like breaking the odd record. What's your favourite tracks, albums you've been listening to lately? Oh my God, you're going to just hear the same old ones I've been listening to since 1970. I mean, I still do listen to those every day, you know, on a plane, on a train, not in a car actually, in a car I listen to XFM classic rock. So, yeah, that's what you're dealing with. I still listen to the old boys, Bowie, Radiohead, Cat Stevens, Neil Young, Bob Dylan, all those. Some you might not have heard of, that I listen to regularly. I think I listen to Sun Kill Moon the most the last few years. This is mesmerising. I love it, the things he sings about the... Check out Sun Kill Moon, anything. Just put in YouTube, Sun Kill Moon. And Red House Painters, another sort of version of him. Bon Iver, Sodven, sort of indie folk stuff. But that's my recommendation. For people who haven't heard of him, or have never listened to him, Sun Kill Moon. Check that out. Right. I'm not going to do long today. I'm tired, and I've got TV to watch. Benji, what is your definition of success? Oh, that's tricky, and it's sort of all the definitions sort of change as you get older. It would need a very... I think it would need a very long definition, because you have to keep justifying things and there's caveats. I've probably got it honed down to I assume you mean career as well, because of course you can have a successful life without, you call it, but let's say it's linked to career. That makes it slightly easier. I think my definition of success is now, and probably always has been without being able to define it before, is doing what you like every day without compromise and getting paid for it. Because you can compromise and get paid, do really well, but I don't think you'll like yourself as much. But you can treat it like a job. But for me, success is getting to a position where you can just do what you like, and it doesn't matter what the consequences are, whether it wins awards or whatever, but you've done exactly what you wanted, how you wanted, and you got paid for it. And the big trick is to keep doing that, obviously. You might be able to do that once and then go, oh, I wish I'd have sold out. But the trick is obviously longevity, because you want to keep doing what you want as long as you can. This isn't a definition, is it? This is a fucking ramble. Definition of success: to do what you love, how you want, and it pays the rent. Fucking hell. Oh, tough question that, Benji. Wasn't it? Yeah. Foxy agrees with me. His name's Fat Eric, by the way. Bobby King. What's your favourite joke from all your Golden Globe appearances? Oh, right. One sprung to mind straight away. So that's probably two. I've got two, I think. Maybe three. Okay. So the first one that sprang to mind, which I loved at the time, and I was very proud of it, was at the last Golden Globes, when I said we were going to do an in memoriam tonight, but when I looked at the list of people who died, it wasn't diverse enough. I was very proud of that. Very proud of the sarcasm of the time as well. Caitlyn Jenner joke about she didn't do a lot for women drivers. That was sort of ground zero for that sort. When was that? That was the 2016 one, I think. I love doing the DiCaprio one to his face as well. By the time the film finished, his date was too old for him. And I've got an affection for the first Mel Gibson one. When I agreed to do that Golden Globes, I forget which one it was. Was it 2011, 12? It just happened with him being stopped drunk and having a rant. And I came up with that joke. I think it was the first thing I thought of to do. Now I like a drink as much as the next man, unless the next man is Mel Gibson. So yeah, one of those. Probably the in memoriam. Underrated gag, that. Even though I say so myself. Thanks very much. What's the worst technical difficulty you've experienced on stage? Oh, have the lights ever gone out or a mic stopped working? Oh, it's that. Right, now this will sound pathetic, but I use one of them, right? And the reason I use one of them is because a lot of my stuff is actually visual, not in a Lee Evans type way. I mean, I sometimes act things out. I sometimes sort of like bring characters to life, like a conversation between Hitler and Nietzsche, or, you know, the personification of animals, acting out the polar bear, hunting with whatever. And you do that. So halfway round Armageddon, I forget where it was. Might have been Cardiff or Birmingham. My mic failed. And the second one failed. So I had to use a mic on a thing. And it was really stressful because I'm thinking there's a bit coming up where I'm, you know, wanking off a paedophile. And I thought, I've got to do that and that. So, well, and I've got to talk. So how can I... So you're thinking about this... That's very specific. That probably doesn't happen to a lot of comedians. Like they're going, oh, coming up next, I've got to wank off a paedophile. So that was stressful because I had to think one step ahead of how can I do these things that I've been doing, but with a mic in my hand and the mic's got to be near my mouth. So that is the most stressful thing that's ever happened. There was once, might have been Humanity or Supernature. Before we went on, someone came to me and said, oh, can we postpone it? It was about, I don't know, 10 to 8 or something. I said, can we postpone you going on? And I said, why? I said, oh, someone's been taken ill and they've called an ambulance. And I went, oh, are they okay? I said, I don't know if they thought it was a heart attack or something. It was all right in the end. I checked. And I went, oh yeah, okay. and they said, and then they came and said, okay, actually, it's fine. They've moved him to somewhere so the audience can't see what's going on, so we could start. I went, are you sure? It'll be all right? I went, yeah, it's fine. So I went on, and what they hadn't told me is the audience couldn't see him, but I could, because they were sort of treating him in the wings. So I'm doing all this stuff, and I could see some paramedics. It was fine. Yeah, I was just waiting for them to go clear. I go. So that was pretty stressful. But as I say, he was fine. So yeah, things like that can happen. I think the sound's never gone down. The mic's failed a couple of times, and you sort of plug it in, and I thought, first gig of Humanity in Bristol. I don't know whether it was I'd eaten too quickly, or it was the first one, or I thought, I felt like I'm gonna have like palpitations, head stroke, heart, all this in your head, and I thought, but just keep going, it'll be all right. And I thought, don't be a fucking idiot. If you're having a heart attack, you could. All this is in my head, right? Again, it was nothing, right? But I thought, I said, I feel a bit unwell, and they laughed because they thought it was a bit. I went, no, seriously. I said, is there a doctor having a heart attack? They laughed again, and I was trying to make it sort of funny because I was embarrassed. And then I said, no. I said, hello, and they laughed. I went, is there a fucking doctor or not? Right? Someone said, sit down. I went, I can't sit down. And then one of the stage managers brought on a stool. It was a pink stool, not even a chair, a pink fucking stool. I went, that looks fucking comfortable. They laughed. And then someone said, they're a doctor, right? And I went, are you a doctor? I went, oh, yeah. I went, what do you think it is? I went, well, I can't tell from here. I went, don't fucking get up. And I started feeling better. I carried on. So, lots of things can go down. I remember I did one once, there was no aircon, and it had a tin roof. I think it was next Fort in Jersey. And I played it in the heat wave. It was 32 degrees, the weather. So inside it was ridiculous. I can't even imagine what it would have been. About 120. That was tough. That was fucking tough. But you get through it, don't you? Dutch Barn are doing a Spirit of Comedy competition. We're trying to find the next big thing. The prize is £5,000, and you get to support me at Wembley Arena. Anyone can enter. There's like 20 different heats in 20 different cities around the country, so you can enter and just do like a minute, and we're holding it down, or go along and just watch and support new acts. Go to the website. I'll tweet it. I've tweeted some stuff already. DutchBarn.com. Have a look. Spirit of Comedy. What else? A Dutch Barn is in Canada and America. It's already in 100 those government liquor stores. What is it? What is it? LCBO in Ontario. So check it out, Canada, and we're gonna obviously spread hopefully. And it lands in New York and a few other sort of northeastern, Washington and New Jersey next week. So please, if you're in Ontario or New York, New Jersey next week, buy a bottle or just take a picture and tell me it's here. Hope you like that. And I've just announced a brand new country I've never played before, Italy. I'm playing a ridiculous, I don't know what it is, 15,000, something like that, Forum in Milan. And tickets go on sale this Thursday. Pre-sale Wednesday. So that's a lot of people in a non-English speaking country. But they come from all over in Europe. It's so great playing Europe. Because if you play like a Friday or Saturday, you're sort of playing the whole of Europe, because they drive 2 hours and from all over the place. So yeah, please come and see me in Milan. Make a weekend of it. Beautiful place. See me. Go home. Be nice to animals. Tatty bye. Say bye-bye, Foxy. Oh, fuck's sake. Fat thumbs. Oh, for fuck's sake. Say bye-bye.
Ofcom's children's codes are now being enforced, and they'll change how adults can go online too.
We warned about this. You will now be required to pass intrusive age checks to access most social media sites as the Online Safety Act comes into force. Content that could be deemed harmful to children will now be age-gated as new legal obligations for online platforms kick in. Companies are being compelled to use dangerously intrusive methods like biometric face scans or demand users hand over copies of their ID cards and passports for access to certain websites. This will have a catastrophic impact on freedom online and introduce additional risks to children and adults alike, including security breaches, privacy intrusion, errors, digital exclusion and censorship. These methods are not a silver bullet solution for online safety, and anyway, are reportedly being easily circumvented. This new law enables state-backed censorship on a scale never seen before in the UK, and with the Home Office separately planning to create a new police unit to monitor social media posts, there's no doubt free speech online is under assault. This censor's charter has no place in a democracy and needs to be urgently re-examined. The world is watching.
Online safety bill. If it's just about children, is it just about children, or does it focus
do you
on
think
adults?
that should be an elite squad?
Barry, does it just focus?
Protect
It's not.
13-year-old
I'm sorry.
girls?
The elite squad is not about children. Actually, shall I read you the thing? An elite squad of police officers is to monitor social media for anti-migrant sentiment. I don't think 13-year-olds are engaging that. So, is it also to monitor adults? Simple question. Yes or no?
Yes, of course it will.
Okay.
There we go. Look, sorry.
Wow. Good question.
As of today, the UK's internet has changed. There are strict new rules in place designed to put children's safety online at the heart of our scrolling. Ofcom's children's codes are now being enforced, and they'll change how adults can go online too.
For some services, this will mean putting in place highly effective age checks so that children can't access the service because fundamentally the service is not safe for children. So a pornography site, for example. For other services, this will mean other changes, such as making sure that their algorithms don't promote harmful content to children.
The most obvious change for adults overnight was this: new strict age verification. These new age checks should stop under 18s from accessing sites and should stop them seeing on their social media feeds. I'm going to try and get into the over 18 lobby. Yoti is one of the age verification systems many companies are now using to stop young people accessing inappropriate content. It uses AI to estimate users' ages and is precise enough that it can't even be tricked using masks or selfies. I'm very surprised.
There's a parasite, I think it's like a parasitic worm, that starts its life cycle in a stickleback, a fish, right? But it has to complete its life cycle in a warm-blooded animal. So it has to get into a warm-blooded animal. And so this is what it does. So the stickleback has got this little parasite. And the stickleback usually, if it sees a heron, the shadow, the shape of a heron, it flees the shadow. It knows, right? Instinctive, right? This parasite, at a certain point in its life cycle, I don't know how it does it. I assume sort of chemical or biological, a pheromone or something. I don't know how it does it. But it changes the stickleback's behaviour. So when the stickleback sees a heron, it's not scared of the shadow. So it doesn't flee. So the heron eats it and the parasite gets into a warm-blooded animal. That is like magic, isn't it? That is like some sort of weird spell, and it's all explainable. Even though that sounds like the craziest way to do something, it just did it without will, through natural selection. It's fucking. I mean, every fact is remarkable. It's just what we're used to. So you break down how a fucking flower pollinates itself. It's off the charts, mental, but we're used to it. So there's no fact really stranger than any other fact, because it's we're around because it works. If you're around, it's because it works. But that is amazing, isn't it? Because you think of the parasite somehow in the tobacco, don't run away. Stick tobacco. What? Don't run away. Okay. But no, it's just pure physics and chemistry and biology. That's all everything is, really. Even though it feels magical, it's just energy, just electricity pinging around, doing, and nothing we can do about it.
BBC Verify has found that social media companies are blocking a wide range of content on its platforms, including about the wars in Ukraine and Gaza, in an attempt to comply with the UK's new Online Safety Act. The new legislation, which came into effect last week, cracks down on social media companies and websites which fail to protect under 18s from harmful content. BBC Verify's Reha Kansara has more.
Our analysis shows the new law is successfully blocking some harmful content online, including pornography, making the internet safer for children. But BBC Verify has found that sites like X and Reddit are also restricting non-harmful content for users who haven't verified their age. Now, this video, posted onto X, shows the point of view of a man in Gaza, searching through the rubble for the bodies of his family. It does not contain any graphic imagery or visible bodies. But it was restricted for some users, with a warning that says this content might not be appropriate for everyone. So was this one, posted onto X by Conservative MP Katie Lamb. It contained a graphic description of the rape of a minor by a grooming gang and was temporarily restricted. But the same video is available to view without restriction on Parliament's official streaming website, Parliament Live. On the online forum Reddit, this message board, which posts footage of the Ukraine war and has over 48,000 users, required them to verify their age when they tried to access it. Similar restrictions have also been imposed on several pages discussing the Israel-Gaza war and healthcare. Organisations can be fined up to £18 million or 10% of their global revenue if they're found to have failed to stop harmful content appearing on their platforms. And in serious cases, services could be blocked from the UK. But experts warn this could suppress legitimate public debate. Professor Sandra Wachter at Oxford University has expressed alarm at the restriction and told BBC Verify that the new bill was not supposed to be used to suppress facts of public interest, even if uncomfortable.
For everybody who's out there thinking of using VPNs, let me just say to you directly, verifying your age keeps a child safe. Keeps children safe in our country. So let's just not try and find a way round. Just prove your age, make the internet safer for children, make it a better experience for everyone. That's surely what we should aspire to in this country.
Which brings me to the great firewall of tyranny against which we here in Britain and we here in the West are struggling. We've had forever the problem of algorithmic strangulation, manipulation. You can do an Instagram, as we did, on pensions in Britain. Pensions in Britain. Talk about a niche issue, which gets 1 million views. 1 million views on Instagram. Check it out. And you can do a clip on the imminent danger of nuclear war and Armageddon, and all the forces will come down like a ton of bricks. They'll strangle you, try to crush you, try to stop people from seeing it, refuse to offer it to people. But now we've got a new enemy, the Online Safety Act, by which the British state and its paragon of virtue, Ofcom, will decide which videos you can watch, which tweets Twitter is allowed to show you, which pictures Instagram is going to be allowed to show you. And they pretended all this was about child protection. Yeah? In the era of Epstein, it's about child protection. But in truth, even speeches in Parliament have been blocked under the Online Protection Act.